even though she was pulling like cheesy, she was like from the start, the boss of this game was pulling like all kinds of cheesy SNK shit. And I still have yet to figure out how mitochondria powers somehow equal warping of time and space. I don't quite get how that works, how she's able to do that. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But then again, it didn't make any sense in the first Parasite Eve, because Final Eve in the first Parasite Eve would teleport around too. The Eve you fight at the end of the Chrysler building. So, while it makes no sense, it does have precedent. It's just more noticeable in this game because of all the bad science in it. I mean, the first game took poetic license with science, sure, but not to the extent that this game has. Oh dear. I know there's supposed to be more. In fact, there was supposed to be more in the game too, and this is sort of something that we are not done with this game yet, folks. I played the first Parasite Eve 4 times to get the right ending. 4 times! I may not have had to play it 4 times exactly, but I ended up doing it. Not that I object, because the first Parasite Eve is very fun. And so is this one, despite all the bad science. So, you guessed it, folks. We're not done with Parasite Eve 2 yet. There's a good ending to this game, and there's a fair bit of stuff that I missed in this playthrough that I wanted to see. Which means that we're going to be coming back to this one, folks. Ooh. Ooh! 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 What is all this? Is this all the stuff that I get, or all the stuff that I'll start the next game with? Hell yeah! Let's save to the first slot. The first slot is the one we shall save to. Hell yeah, overwrite that data. Nice! Alright, let's go to options so we don't have to deal with the, Oh, man. So, yeah, we're not done with this game yet. We're not done with it by a damn sight, because there's tons of shit that I missed in the game, because I brutally fucked up that last playthrough of it. Doing what the game wanted me to. I wasn't doing anything the game wasn't telling me to do. Okay, if there are any signs that there was some extra shit hidden around, I didn't find it, and I was running around everywhere. But next time, we are going to have that shit, big-ass replay bonus, and we're going to have just a massive amount of weapons and ammo to just look around and, find shit. So, it won't be so bad. I'm going to show you guys the shit I missed this playthrough in the next one. But for now, I'm going to be taking a break from Parasite Eve 2 because this playthrough has gone on way longer than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to be a short game in comparison to the first Parasite Eve. I thought it was going to be at least shorter than Mega Man Legends 2. That goes to show you why I don't make bets, because I'm usually fucking wrong, aren't I? Oh, so next up is, I I'm going to be taking a break from survival horror, though. Not a long one. Okay, I'll probably be recording Resident Evil 2 probably maybe in a couple weeks. Maybe the week after next. Hell, maybe this weekend, because I do like Resident Evil 2. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, though. I have played through Resident Evil 2 quite a bit, though. I've had it for a long time. I've beaten it a fair amount of times, so I remember a lot of what's in there. So that playthrough hopefully will go faster, because I will be playing through both Leon and Claire's story. It's been a long time since I've seen Claire. It'll be nice to know what she's up to, and hopefully hopefully Resident Evil 2 won't reduce me to hysterics like her other game did. It's just Parasite Eve 2. The reason I reel on Parasite Eve 2 is because it's hard. Maybe I'm just an old cynical bastard now, but my suspension of disbelief isn't what it used to be. I could probably believe every word of what was going on the screen the first time I played through this, but now that I'm older and more curmudgeon-y, it's really harder to, I guess. Which is kind of sad, because it is a good game. It's got problems. The combat system itself is a problem. The combat system in the first game was pretty much idiot-proof. But this one, not so much. You're fighting with it most of the time. You kind of have to learn to cooperate with it, because there's nothing you can do. The lock-on system pretty much dominates everything, and you can't really adjust your aim at all, because Aya will immediately start turning around, and her turning animation is so damn slow. She just takes forever to turn. Oh, God. But I'll be playing through a few other things before recording Resident Evil 2. And I think that's it. Parasite Eve 2 is a good game. I would recommend you check it out if you can play a game and you're not as serious about things as I am, and you can check your disbelief at the door. Parasite Eve 2 is a game well worth your time. It is still a very good game. There is a third game in the series for a reason. This game sold very well. And I think that's about it. As far as the first game goes, it's not as expansive as the first game. The plot isn't as strong. The characters aren't as strong. Basically, the only character you really the only character you really connect with at all in this game is really just Aya. The supporting cast in this game really isn't as strong as it was in the first one. I can't say anything about the third birthday yet because, well, it hasn't come out, so, yeah. Let's see. Aya, I made her out to be something of a dumb shit in this playthrough, I know, but she's really not. She really isn't. She's a lot more snarky in this playthrough than she was, and I guess it fits the character because she looks like a college kid now, and she, after everything she went through in Manhattan, and now she looks like a college kid, which has to be a constant reminder of just all the shit that happened to her in the first game. It makes sense for her to be a little bit more bitter. I do have to, it does sort of make sense to me. That and, of course, the fact that she can throw fireballs at people could probably remind her quite a bit about Manhattan, too. I do think that this game, like I said when I started this, Parasite Eve 2 is what happens when you ask Square Enix. I said Square Enix. Fucking heresy! Squaresoft to make a Resident Evil game, and the game is really weaker for it, because like I've mentioned, part of the horror of the first game is that this isn't some abandoned underground ultra-modern research facility. You're fighting in Central Park, you're fighting in a police station, you're fighting in farting? God, I hope not. Fighting, bleh, sorry for that, fighting in Carnegie Hall. These are places people go. These are places normal people go. There are no secret hidden laboratories except for, in a hospital, where you would expect them to be. And it's not the work of, like, some massive conspiracy. It's the work of one asshole who's, well, an asshole. Clamp is a Professor Hojo wannabe. In fact, look at his character design. He is Professor Hojo. Clamp is Hojo. Clamp is a XP of Professor Hojo from Final Fantasy VII. He is a direct reference, I'd bet you, if I was in the habit of betting things.